Kemaman Terengganu. Infrastructure development is one of the key drivers of economic growth because it provides essential facilities required for residential, commercial, and industrial developments. These facilities include road, drainage system, water supply, sewage system, electrical supply, and other public utilities that support daily operations and future developments.
First, let's discuss the factors affecting the cost of keeping a site dry. The cost depends on several factors, including the groundwater level, soil condition, and site location. Sites with high groundwater levels or sandy soil require more pumping and drainage system. Another important factor is the weather condition. Heavy rainfall and monsoon season increase the need for additional pumps, drainage system, and protective measure. Now, let's look at the material used for keeping the site dry. Common material includes steel sheet piles and diagram walls, which prevent groundwater from entering the construction area. Other materials such as plastic sheets, tarpaulin, sandbags, and earth boons are used to control rainwater and surface runoff. Now, the value of the asset being insured. High-risk activities such as construction works and hazardous operation require higher insurance premiums due to the greater possibility of accidents and financial losses. Another factor is the risk management and safety measures implemented by the company. Organizations with effective safety system and lower risk exposure often benefit from the lower insurance premium. Now let's discuss the material used for insurance. The first category consists of insurance application and contract documents. These include proposal form, risk assessment questionnaires, insurance policy schedules, policy wording, and certificates of insurance. The second category include risk assessment and supporting documents such as valuation reports, structural inspection report, fire safety certificates, and asset inventories. Now, one of the main factors is the project size, location, and duration. Large construction projects that take several years to complete require more documentation, monitoring, and site visit compared to smaller projects. The second factor is the technology and equipment used. Using basic smartphone cameras is generally less expensive. Next, let's look at the material used for progress reports and progress photos. For progress photography, common equipment includes smartphone tablets, DSLR cameras, drones, and 360-degree cameras. For progress reporting, various project records are collected, including daily site reports, weather records, manpower, attendance sheets, material delivery record, and quality inspection report.
Next, I will present the analysis of site security, which consists of three parts: the factors affecting the cost of site security, the material used for site security, and the third one is the build upgrades for site security. Now we move to the first item, which is factors affecting the cost of site security. Firstly, project duration. The longer the construction period, the longer security services are required on site. This increases labor costs and other operational expenses such as lighting and security monitoring. Therefore, project duration has a direct impact on the overall security budget. Secondly, security guard wages. Labor cost is the largest component of site security expenditure. Any increases in wage rates, whether due to market condition or government regulations, will directly increase the total cost of providing security services. Now we move to the second item, which is the material used for site security. The first material used for site security is perimeter fencing and hoarding. These are installed to secure the site boundary, prevent unauthorized access, and protect the construction area from theft and vandalism. And the second item is material is security lighting. Floodlights and LED lighting towers provide sufficient illumination during night time, improving site visibility and reducing the risk of criminal activity. Hi, now we move to the third item, which is the build upgrade for site security. There are few assumptions that we made, which is the first one, we assume that 24 hours per day site security coverage with 1 guard per shift across 3 shifts daily, plus basic security lighting allowance of RM250 per month, which we also include a 30% EPF contribution as a statutory requirement. So all monthly security costs include manpower and lighting. Total monthly expenditure is RM2,350 per month, covering all shift and lighting requirements. Factors affecting cost of water supply. There's a few factors, which is the first one is project duration, second one is water demand, third is storage and infrastructure. The longer project duration increases total water cost because the supply must run continuously throughout construction. And then the second one is water demand. Different site activities like concrete work, bricklaying and cleaning require large amounts of water. Higher demand increases both water bills and system capacity needs. And then we move to the third factors, which is storage and infrastructure. Water tanks, pumps and pipe system are needed to distribute water on site. Larger system mean higher installation and equipment costs. Now we move to the material used for water supply. For water storage tank, we usually made from HDPE, fiberglass or steel, depending on durability needs and capacity required. And the next one is water pipe. Water pipe, mostly we use PVC, HDPE and steel pipes to distribute water across the site. Pipe size depend on flow rate and distance. And then water pump. It used to move water from tank or sources to different parts of the site. Common type include centrifugal pumps. And then for fitting and valve includes elbows, T's and valve used to connect pipe, control water flow and allow maintenance when needed. First is the security deposit required by the utility provider. This is an upfront refundable payment based on expected electricity usage, project duration and load demand. Although refundable, it still affects initial project cash flow. Next is the installation of the temporary power system. This includes distribution board, cabling, meter panels, earthing and connection works. The cost depends on site size and complexity of electrical layout. Material used for power supply. The first one is the generator set, usually diesel powered, used as the main or backup power source on site. Next are electrical cables. Electrical armored and heavy duty cable used to distribute electricity safely across the site. And the third one is distribution board. This control and divide electricity into different circuits while protecting the system from overload and faults.
So, what is the factors of the cost for existing roads or temporary roads? So, the factors affecting the cost for temporary road is site location and accessibility, ground condition. Number 1, site location accessibility. It is a fact because site location might be far from the supplier or the limited access required because it will cost for the transportation for delivery the materials and the machinery. So, number 2 is ground condition. It might be weak and unstable soil may require additional ground improvement works. Material that used in temporary road is crusher rod and concrete culvert. This is the main important things that used in this temporary road. Next, the bill of rate for the temporary roads. Next, first, what is the price of the road? Second, what is the price for concrete culvert? And we need to add 20% for maintenance cost, 10% for demolition cost, and 50% profit. So we move to the next factor affecting the cost for as-built drawing. There are 3 factors that affecting cost for as-built drawing. First, project size. Second, set measurement and survey data. And third one is software. It may cost the as-built drawing because most of the time it depends on that project that we running, because every project is not same. So the drawing that comes out also not same. The amount that comes out from the architect, engineer, MME and electrical. The common materials that used for this item is original construction drawing and any supporting document that can be used. So to get the build-out rate or estimate the cost for this item, you need to have how much copies depends on the BQ that given to you, and the price must be current market price. So you also need to additional for 50% profit and overhead. The last item that I would explain to you guys is a site meeting. Affecting the cost for site meeting is frequency site meetings, project duration, and number of participants that attend the meeting. So what about the materials that used for site meeting? Most of the time, material that used is only the proper documentation that used and office stationery that regularly used for site meeting. Or estimating for this item is, number one, you need to know how long is duration for that project takes and how much people that involved in that meeting, and you need to add on 50% profit and overhead.
So I will continue about temporary telephone. Factors affecting the cost of temporary telephone. Several factors the cost of temporary telephone on construction site. This include installation and connection charge, the project location, and the distance from the existing telephone network. So the projection duration also influence the cost because the longer project require higher rental and monthly subscription fees. In addition, the type of telephone service, the equipment needed, and the labor cost for installation, maintenance, and dismantling all contribute to the overall cost. So next, for material used for a temporary telephone. The main material used for a temporary telephone system include a telephone set, communication cable, telephone plug, junction boxes, trunking, connectors, and mounting accessories. This material ensure reliable communication throughout the construction period and can be removed once the project is completed. So the next item is project signboard. For factors affecting the cost of project signboard, the cost of a project signboard depends on several factors, including its size, the material used, the design complexity, and the installation method. Larger signboard require more materials and printing, while higher quality materials such as ACP or galvanized steel increase the overall cost. The project location, labor, foundation, works, and structural support also affect the cost, especially for outdoor signboards. In addition, maintenance during the project and the cost of removing the signboard after the completion are included in the overall expenditure. Next, office accommodation. Factors affecting the cost of office accommodation. The cost of office accommodation depend on several factors such as the project duration, office size, number of staffs, and the type of office provided. Larger office and longer project duration increase construction, rental, utility, and maintenance costs. Finally, market price for material and labor as well as specific project requirement can also increase the total cost. Next, for the material used for office accommodation. site office accommodation is usually built using prefabricated or portable cabin units with a steel frame. The wall and roof are made of insulated sandwich panels or metal cladding, while the floor is finished with vinyl or ceramic tiles. The office also equipped with furniture, communication equipment, fire extinguisher, smoke detector and signage to provide a safe, comfortable working environment. Next, for material used for project signboard. Project signboard are essential because they display important information about the construction project and the parties involved. They are commonly made with a mild steel or galvanized steel frame, while the panel is usually made of aluminium composite panel or ACP, mild steel sheet or marine plywood. The signboard is supported by steel poles fixed into concrete foundation for stability. A UV resistant vinyl sticker is used for the project information, and all steel components are coated with anti-rust primer and waterproof paint to ensure durability.
Good day everyone, I will be presenting the first preliminary item, which is site survey and setting out. This work is carried out before construction begins to ensure all roads, drainage system and utility has a built at the correct location and level. There are 4 factors affecting the cost. First is the project size, because a larger project requires more control points and surveying work. The second is professional surveyor's fee, since a licensed surveyor is required. Third is the rental cost of surveying equipment such as total station, auto level. Lastly, the contract duration may require repeated checking and resetting out during construction. The main equipments used includes total station, auto level, GPS survey equipment, survey pegs, measuring tapes, and marking paint to establish accurate construction lines. For the cost calculation, the professional survey works amount to Rm335,000. The survey equipment cost after deducting depreciation is Rm5,700. Therefore, the subtotal is Rm40,700. After adding 50% profit and overhead, the final amount is Rm46,805. The next preliminary item is plant equipment and machinery. Heavy machinery is required to carry out earthworks, road construction, drainage works, and utility installation efficiently. The cost mainly depend on the type of machinery used, the rental period, fuel consumption, maintenance, and transportation to and from the project site. The estimated monthly equipment rental is Rm16,000. For the 20-month construction period, the total equipment is Rm320,000. After adding 50% profit and overhead, the final amount becomes to 368,000. The next preliminary item is site clean. Throughout the construction period, the contractor must ensure the site remains clean and safe. The cost depends on the amount of waste generated, labor required for housekeeping, transportation, and disposal charges. Equipment such as broom, wheelbarrows, skid beans, and waste disposal lorries are used to maintain site cleanliness. The monthly cleaning cost is estimated at Rm8,440. For the 20-month project duration, the total cleaning cost is Rm168,800. After adding 50% profit and overhead, the final preliminary amount for the site cleaning is Rm194,120.
So, the conclusion is the preliminary items provide the foundation for successful infrastructure project by ensuring proper site preparation, safety compliance, and efficient project management. Effective planning of these items supports smooth construction and helps achieve the project on time, within budget, and the required quality. That's all from me. Bye-bye.